So, I'm back.
Yo!
First of all, this is specifically a spoiler warning on top of this. I cannot stress that enough. Y'all don't care about One Piece spoilers, no way. So I'm just gonna go right into it. Luffy has been turning up lately in One Piece. One Piece has been crazy on fire lately. I'm not trying to do that with y'all right now. Please bear with me, y'all. I am not trying to overhype. This is true. With the recent chapter of 1017 coming out, 1017, can y'all believe that? It's 1000 chapters of One Piece out. It's actually 980 episodes of One Piece out. So if you really just want to stick with the anime, yeah, just so you'll know that. So the anime is getting close to the 1000 mark. So yeah, as for the manga itself, specifically when talking about the character of Monkey D. Luffy, one straw hat, one rubber boy, rubber man, whatever. Luffy, what can I say about him? He's a weird character. He's not really a weird character. He's a typical shonen character and a typical archetype for a shonen character. Not really caring about too much outside of friendship, food, and, adventure. So boom. This is something about Luffy that I knew was going to be discussed once we get towards the end of One Piece. What I'm talking about is his devil fruit. What is the devil fruit? The devil fruit is the powers that exist in One Piece where you eat a fruit. You gain the powers of this fruit, sometimes an element, sometimes an animal. One Piece is weird. Luffy's power is the power of rubber. He got turned into a rubber man. So he can stretch his body. His whole body's made of rubber. The problem, it's not really a problem. It's the fact that Luffy's devil fruit has gotten him through so much in One Piece. It's gotten him all his, it's not the power itself. It's not Luffy just, it's not like it's not like the gum fruit is this super OP power where he can do anything with it. No, it has its limits. He can just stretch really far and stuff like that. I don't know if there's an actual limit to how far he can stretch, but yeah, it's a pretty basic standard power. He's basically Mr. Fantastic of anime, except cooler. We're getting towards an origin for Luffy's devil fruit, based off of what happens at the end of chapter 1017. So, in this chapter, towards the end, I'm not going to just strict to the end. I'm going to let you know where Luffy's standpoint is right now. Luffy just got his ass kicked by a dragon man. Dragon, man, beast, Kaido. Him, yeah. So, Luffy got his ass kicked. He basically almost drowned. One thing about devil fruits, when you eat them, you can't swim anymore. You lose your ability to swim. I guess, or if you've never learned how to swim, you just can't swim, period. Next thing you know, Luffy's has gotten saved. There's been some weird things happening with him lately. One weird thing. His Conqueror's Haki has ascended to a whole new level. What is Haki? Willpower. The power, one of the other powers in One Piece is basically controlling your sixth sense and, using it as a weapon. Luffy's has upgraded a lot lately. He's been able to, match, like I said, Kaido, not match him necessarily, but able to go up against him. He's been able to actually fight this guy for a good amount of time. He still got his ass kicked, but it's interesting that he's been able to fight a Yonko, because Yonkos are pretty much the strongest pirates in the damn world. So Luffy's on a whole nother level now. That's number one. Number two, after Luffy gets his ass kicked, he basically has a new power, it seems. Well, not really a new power, it's kind of an old power, but his prowess, there we go. His prowess with the voice of all things, It's like this little power of telepathy he's got where he can hear the voice of other things, but he can't really speak back to it. He has learned a way to talk through it. And not just talk to people that have the voice of all things. It seems he can basically talk to other characters through this power. At the same time, when Luffy got his ass kicked by Kaido, Kaido threw him off of, you know, the side of the floating island that they're on. One Piece, it's weird. He threw him off the side of the floating island that they're on, and Kaido remarks that I guess you can't be Joy Boy either. Joy Boy has been mentioned a few times in One Piece. It hasn't been mentioned in the early parts of it, but it has been mentioned a few times. There's a reason why it's so confusing to say. Though this entity has been brought up a few times in One Piece, but it's never one of those things that's been talked about too much. It's one of those things where he's referenced, and then it's like not enough knowledge about him is actually known. It's like very few people in the world actually have the knowledge on what Joy Boy is. One Piece theorists basically have all been talking about Joy Boy is probably just not really a person, but probably a role that some people get, or you get so strong that you gain this level. Why is it called Joy Boy? Probably something to do with the Will of D. The Will of D users, when they die, they all die with a smile. So Joy, Will of D, something like that. Anyway, Luffy has all of these things. Monkey D. Luffy, the voice of all things, conquers Haki. Joy Boy is supposed to be this figurehead or whatever. So pretty sure Joy Boy has all these things. But we get to a chapter like 1017, and mind you, past few chapters, it seems like something. It's been seeming like something keeps adding on to this. Ever since Kaido said that you have no chance of being Joy Boy, every chapter after that damn near has been something to do with Joy Boy, Luffy, or something related to these two figures possibly being the same thing. What am I saying? Luffy's Joy Boy. 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. Probably. Most likely. Chosen ones type scenario. Yeah. So, what am I talking about with the gum fruit that I have not talked about too much because I said something about this at the beginning of the video, I think. Anyway, the gum fruit was revealed in this in chapter 1017 to be super important. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the scenario. See, Jinbei, Fishman. Jinbei's fighting this guy named who's basically this CP9 government. What do they call it? He's an ex-CP9 member who's working for Kaido now. They're this branch of the government that basically do espionage shit, and they basically, are super strong and stuff, and who happens to be one of them. But the importance of that is this. Who's who 12 years ago in the One Piece story, he was basically protecting a certain devil fruit. This devil fruit being the gum fruit. And he ended up losing it. For this, I mean, it sounds insignificant, right? Until you end up realizing that they end up imprisoning who's who for this. Future nickurameshi here, bitches. Just wanted to let it be known that Shanks was actually the one that took the gum fruit at this point. This is all the way back during chapter 1 of One Piece. It goes that far back. So, yeah. Shanks is also a Yonko now. So, this is also further proving the point that things are finally starting to clear up in One Piece. And yeah. So, back to this nigga. Now, what's the problem with hearing something like that? Well, a similar scenario happened to another CP9 member, Rob Lucci. Back in Water 7, Rob Lucci, he had basically, Lost Nico Robin, lost to Luffy, who had just at that point declared war on the entire world government. You know, things like that. Things that you could probably get put in jail for. You know, that you would probably think are more important than a fruit that basically turns you into rubber. Not even basically, a fruit that turns you into rubber. Simply put, the story's coming to an end. One Piece is coming to an end. I knew at a point that One Piece would start talking about certain things. Like the fact that Luffy gets a lot of wins with a rubber fruit. It's like a joke power. Honestly, it is like a joke power because it's gotten so many W's that it's like, why? How? So a lot of the time, Katakuri especially, maybe the gum fruit gives a lot of endurance or like, it's gotta be something. What I'm here to talk about is the fact that One Piece is coming to an end. Start watching it, start reading it. Really didn't expect a big chapter. Because we've been getting a lot lately. I need this Luffy mystery solved because you don't really get too many with them. Other than the fact that we still don't know Luffy's mom, that's probably the one other mystery that I really just want an answer myself. What is up with the damn fruit? The gum fruit makes no sense to me. It never had, but as I watched One Piece, I started to gain a love for it because of how simple it is, but how OP it can be at the same time. Basically what I'm saying is, when you compare it to other fruits, like when you compare it to things that Luffy has gone up against, like one time Luffy fought a lightning god. You guys remember that? You guys remember how Luffy got away with that? I mean, it makes sense, yeah, but dude was a lightning god. Even still, Kaido is a dragon. Like, Luffy was literally piecing bruh up while being made of rubber. You wouldn't even think rubber would have that much force. And I've just tried to think about the science of this so many times, but I'm not really a scientist. I'd have to actually do some research, stuff like that, and screw that. But, you know, Luffy, King of the Pirates, it's gonna happen. Devil Fruit, Gum. What's up with that? I need answers. Let's just get the elephant out the room. Yeah, I'm back. You're Meshi. I've taken a pretty long break. Like I asked before, please join me on my journey. I'm trying to stay more consistent. I want to be here for the end of One Piece. I want to start covering the manga chapters and maybe some anime videos, some anime, you know what I'm saying, episodes too as they come out. I want to start making movie reviews. I just know that I have a lot to unpack soon. Like, just know things are gonna change soon. Things are gonna change soon. This channel, I'm gonna try to make it blow up. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. How do you feel about Luffy and where he's going in the story of One Piece right now? And not only that, if you want to talk about everything else that happened in the chapter, or, you know, other things that are happening, other anime, other manga, I'm the guy. Come talk to me. Come, let's have a conversation. Get at me in the chats or whatever. I'm really bad at ending videos. Wow. Let's just fade out. So, yeah. Your mix is back. So, yeah. Bye. Fade out.